I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. Second, I have an espresso machine at home, works fabulous. We're not doing drinks either. You're gonna try to get me drunk and take me back home. No. We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're gonna see what you order. We're gonna see, do you hold your chopsticks correctly? We're just gonna, study you a bit. Okay, so dinner it is.
Gentlemen, anyone interested in getting evaluated by this woman? Just a little survey, send your applications, pay the triple-digit dinner, and you might get this prize. Emphasis on the might. I'd be totally cool with these standards if you apply them to everyone, meaning you haven't been messing around with all the chads who you did not apply these standards to. But she said, if we go for drinks, you will try to get me drunk, which of course is the story of all the chads she spread her legs for after one martini. So moving on, I hope your Nespresso machine makes you company in your 40s.
I really don't understand what is so hard about this concept for men like this to understand. Misogyny gets women raped, unalived, abused, stalked, harassed, assaulted. Literally, our lives are at stake every single day, and it's all rooted from misogyny. Misandry is the response to that. It's the shocking conclusion that after centuries of that, we're kind of not cool with it anymore. And we don't exactly love the people who do that all the time and perpetuate it and don't defend us. It's literally the most logical next step forward. So if you hate misandry, deal with misogyny.
How convenient. Misandry only exists because of big bad misogyny. I love how she says, literally, our lives are at stake every single day, while she's in her living room filming this with an iPhone, living in a first world country. I also love how she hints at the idea that all men are misogynists, where she says that raping an unaliving woman has been going on for centuries. It's yeah man, I just woke up and I don't know, I think I'm gonna go unalive a few women. Let me tell you something, you dull-head womanist. Men, same as women, hate it when other men commit crimes. If a man unalives a woman, all other men are going to testify against him, or the police defend the woman if possible. And did you know that rapists are the lowest of the low in prisons, where it's so unsafe for them that they have to put them in special facilities in order to save them from other inmates that will unalive them the first chance they have? Misandry means hate towards men, so be clear about it. You don't hate crime, you hate men. This TikTok has the caption, just a number in my opinion. It's funny guys, isn't it, how it's always the women who have dropped more boxers than Mike Tyson who say that body count is just a number. It's like a child enjoyer saying that age is just a number. And pardon me for the disturbing analogy, but this opinion is just invalid coming from someone with a high body count. And you will never hear this opinion coming from someone who is dating material, because all this is a coping mechanism. Gentlemen, the only situation where you would pay for a car with a high mileage is for a quick use and then dump. And on today's episode of Women Are Not Objects, Don't Objectify Us.
So lately I've been changing my dating app preferences to go all the way up to 43. I'm 28 and I'm a single mom. And I am really shocked at how many men in their early 40s are ready to start a family. My friend told me to just change my preferences and pay for Hinge so that I can say only men with kids. But before I do that, I just like literally have to have a moment to say that I do not for 1 second believe that all these men are childless. They are all attractive, have good jobs, and seem to have really interesting personality. And being that I'm a single mom and I have a single mom support group on Facebook where we all just talk about different things relating to our baby daddies and dating, and how many of these women say that their baby daddy has moved states away and does not see his children, hasn't seen them for years, but has a new girlfriend or a new family. Even since I've been dating the past like 6 to 8 months, I have talked to several men who, after you talk to them for a while, you find out they do have a kid, but they had to move away to get a better job, or the baby mama just won't let him see his kids. There's always some kind of explanation, but really what it boils down to is you abandoned your child. And these men walk among us claiming to be single and childless and wanting to start a family. And it's scary because you just do not know which ones are going to lie through their teeth about it forever. And truly, there's no way to actually find out if they don't just admit it, or some woman just happens to come to you and tell you. Obviously, there can be some men who reach that age and don't have kids, but not this many. Not this many attractive, successful men can get to that age without reproducing. I don't think.
Guys, look at me. I am a single mother above 30 and I have problems dating. Even though I still date attractive, successful men, I'm worried that they might have left their children. Excuse me, where is your husband? Why are you a single mother? Truth is, most men will give skin and bone to be with their kids. They pay tons of money, they travel long distances, they put up with their psychotic ex-wives just for the kid to be okay. So if I were to blindly guess why the average man is not there for his children, it's because the woman won't allow it. And it's truly a disgusting situation because a lot of men are caught between a rock and a hard place. They have to either abandon their children or have to put up with the disgusting behavior of a crazy woman. This is why we have a lot of dudes trapped in marriage where even though their wife cheated, they stay just for the kids. And a lot of unmarried men are seeing that happen to their friends or relatives, or they are part of a red-pilled community, and they see how everything revolving woman is stacked up against them, and they say, no thank you, I don't want to be involved with any of that. I don't want to lose my stuff, my kids, or my sanity.
These are my savage tips for how to come out on top when you are going through a divorce. This is not going to be for those of you who think an amicable divorce is possible, because I don't believe in it. If it could be amicable, why would you be getting a divorce? If it happens, it's rape. So number one is the person who realizes we're getting a divorce first is going to have an advantage in the beginning, because the person you're divorcing is not the same person you were married to. When you were married, you were on the same team, you were one unit, going through life together. When you get a divorce, that is split apart. You now have two people on opposite teams who are enemies. Your enemy is going to take advantage of you. Your enemy is going to try to aim for your weak spots and hit you where it hurts. Playing nice in a divorce is probably not going to work out. Also, being emotional with the other person is not going to work out. You have a lot of emotions. You're very hurt. You're getting a fucking divorce. Get a bottle of wine, cry about it in the bathtub, and go to sleep. Do not talk it out with them, or really anyone that you don't like explicitly trust, preferably your lawyer. Even my best friend ended up screwing my baby daddy, so I wouldn't even advise talking it out with them. My parents and my sister were basically the only people I really trusted through the process. Don't say anything in a text or a phone call that you would not want read out loud in a courtroom. And if your ex is having an emotional moment, they want to hash it out on the phone, they want to yell at you, make threats, call you names, let them do it. Let them do it and don't react. Better yet, don't answer the phone and let them text it all to you so you can screenshot it and send it to your lawyer. Let them be the emotional, unhinged one. You keep it together. And if your ex tries to tell you, let's be amicable, let's just work it out together, I cannot stress enough how you should not trust that. You should still get a lawyer. You should still go into it like everything they say is a complete lie. Because I can't tell you how many stories I've heard of people thinking they were going to have an amicable divorce and they go to court and the other one brings a lawyer and ends up taking them to the cleaners like a savage. This divorce is a fight for the rest of your life. It's a fight for your kids' life, your assets, everything. Have you ever seen those war movies where they're like, the way you win a war is by knowing the opponent, by being able to anticipate their moves? I think that is so real in divorce. I knew my ex-husband very, very well, and he didn't know me at all. He didn't know me. He didn't care about me, right? And so I like literally predicted how it would go down, and I told my lawyer, this is what we're gonna do because this is what he's gonna do. And my lawyer advised me against it because of his experience, and we ended up winning in the end because I knew the opponent. I knew what he was gonna do. Obviously, I think you should trust your lawyer, but you should also trust your instincts and how well you know your ex. Once that ring comes off, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy. These are
This is what I like to call snake behavior. It's the manipulation, cunning, evil and lies that people are ready to go through in order to win. And women are much better at it than men, way better at this game. If you want to marry, pick your partner like your life depends on it, because it quite literally does. Because women can go through this snake behavior because, let's say you're an a-hole, or because you cheated, or because you don't care about your kids, which is sort of understandable. But they could also do it because the glitter wore off, or because it just doesn't feel the same, or because they found the next best thing, or because they want a deal of your resources. So be really careful with your life partner, because she could turn out to be your biggest enemy. And it just so happens that the government is on the side of your enemy. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like if this video entertained you. Please leave me your comments of if any of these things have happened to you, of what your opinions are. It's really interesting to read them and to grow this community. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.